Australia's biggest channel. This is Media Week.
Hello and welcome to this special edition of Media Week, coming to you from the Foxtel MCN Upfront event, where the subscription television giant is unveiling its programming for 2014 to advertisers. James Manning, of course, my co-host, is with me as always, editor and publisher of Media Week. James Manning, this is the first of a couple of upfront events. Tell us what it's all about.
Yeah, well, the networks will roll out all their big guns for 2014. They bring the advertisers in, they bring the media in. They want to start to create the buzz. They're about to enter their rate negotiations for 2014. So they just want to get as much information out to their advertising partners as possible.
You managed to catch up with the Foxtel CEO, Richard Freudenstein. Big night for him. Let's take a listen.
Richard, it's not quite 12 months ago since the last Foxtel Upfront. I think it's about February this year. Quite a lot's happened. Some of the big announcements this week or tonight we'll be hearing from the EPG doing a bit of a time travel. It's a bit hard to get my head around, but what exactly are you doing?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's really exciting, James. It's a case of we've now put functionality in the EPG so that if you miss a show, you can come home and you can go back on the EPG up to 26 hours and find the show that you missed and watch it straight away if you've got an IQ that's connected to the internet. So it's a very exciting way to just open up a lot more content and programming for our customers to watch.
I think we've talked to you before too about IQ3. We're like hounding you about this one.
Yeah.
What's the latest? We will be the first half of 2014, do we think? And I've heard a little bit about some Wi-Fi capability.
Yes, so IQ3 will be about the middle of next year. We haven't committed to a certain date yet, but the build's going very well. We're starting to show off the user interface, which is a fantastic experience now. It really looks really beautiful, and the ability to find linear programming, catch-up programming and stuff you've recorded all really easily. Enhanced search and recommendation, making it much more personalised. We're using Wi-Fi connectivity, so it's much easier to connect to the internet to get all those on-demand shows. So it's very exciting.
A couple of new channels you're announcing too. TV Hits is replacing TV One, and Sci-Fi is coming into the lineup. What will TV Hits do that maybe TV One didn't?
Well, TV One's been a great channel on the platform for a long time, but for us, we've found a way to basically produce a very similar channel, and we'll call it TV Hits, and to make it more cost effective, which means we can invest some of the money we used to be spending on TV One into some of the great drama and some of the sport that we've been bringing to our customers. And Sci-Fi, again, we've now contracted for a Sci-Fi channel from Universal, who are the makers of the Sci-Fi channel around the world. So I expect that just to be a really high quality channel in high definition, available to our customers from January.
I guess you're always looking to refresh your channel offering. You've done a big deal with the BBC, which I think will kick in during 2014. What will we see there?
Yeah, that's a fantastic deal for us. This is a deal we announced a little while ago, which we're now really firming up. So the BBC has agreed to deal with us where all first-run programming, which used to be on the free-to-air networks, is now going to be first on Foxtel. And the BBC will launch a new channel again about the middle of next year, which will have all this great BBC drama, BBC comedy, as soon as they can get it after its first transmission in the UK, and again, it'll be first on Foxtel for our customers.
High quality drama seems to be working with viewers. A lot of your international shows get very good ratings. We're going to see, I think, more of Wentworth. There's a previously announced The Devil's Playground, I think, mini-series. Is it a good investment, but is it an expensive way to get subscribers?
Look, quality drama is expensive. We love the international dramas we have, which do incredibly well for us, and the number of Emmy nominations we got at the last round of Emmys for all the great HBO content we've got and the other great US dramas we've got, and they're working really well for us. But it's really important for our customers that we also continue to invest in Australian drama, and Wentworth has been an absolute standout. It's exactly the sort of program that should be on Foxtel. Cutting edge, challenging, really pushing the edges of drama and really entertaining and exciting. And that is now sold in many markets overseas, being a great export for the country as well. So we'll continue with Wentworth, which has done very well for us. And you're right, we've announced we're doing a mini-series next year called Devil's Playground, which is going to be very exciting, and we'll give more details of that soon.
You've, I think, finished all your deals now with the independent movie distributors. You've sorted all the majors prior to this. How important are movies in the sort of overall offering for new subscribers?
movies remain very, very important for new subscribers and for our existing customers. And what we've done by bringing the movies in-house, and as you said, we've done new deals with all the 8 Hollywood studios and are now announced deals with all the major independents as well. We're giving our customers a comprehensive offering of movies that in the past were just available on the linear channels, and now all the top box office movies from last year are available to our customers, both in linear format, but also in on-demand and on Foxtel Go. And of course, they'll also be available on our new service, Presto, which is launching in the next few months as well.
Fox Sports doesn't have the rights to the Big Bash this year. Are you happy with the sort of summer sport offering without it?
Our summer sport offering is still really, really strong. Big Bash was good for customers. It worked well for customers and they enjoyed watching it. It didn't drive a lot of new subscriptions for us, and the money that Fox Sports has saved there, we've invested in other things. And the summer lineup is very, very strong. We've still got a lot of international cricket from overseas, as well as a comprehensive offering of football, of soccer. So the A-League, which again the audiences for the first week and the quality of the games is just stepping up every year, and the English Premier League and some more European soccer all doing very well for us.
And just finally, you've had to talk to us before about a strategy of sort of bringing more people into the Foxtel family, if you like, by sort of innovative, lower cost subscriptions with sort of a few smaller channel offering. How's that been going? And is there any sort of data yet that some of those people are actually sort of upscaling their subscriptions?
Yeah, well, it's done very well. As we've announced at our results announcement recently, last year was our biggest subscriber growth in the last 4 years, and a lot of that growth came through these cheaper packages, and particularly some strong sales through the Telstra T-Box. So we now have a range of packages. Our quality offering is still the cable and satellite offering with the PVR functionality and the high definition. So if you're a real television lover, that's still perfect for you. But if you just like a certain genre, you want to pay a little bit less for a smaller package of channels, then Foxtel Play is rolled out now, which is going well, and particularly you can buy that through the T-Box or direct from us. And then Presto, again, if you just love movies and you want to get movies on demand, that'll launch this year as well. So I think we've got a range of packages and prices for any customer out there.
And just one quick thought I had when you were saying that, no updates on any sort of triple plays that you sort of might be working on for next year?
No updates here today. As I've said before, both shareholders have said publicly they're very supportive of us doing it. It makes sense for a lot of reasons. We're very excited about the possibility of bringing bundled offers to our customers and to attract new customers, and maybe I'll have something to say soon.
Okay. Thanks, Richard.
All right.
So that's the Foxtel CEO, Richard Freudenstein. Now, James Manning, there's lots of big media buyers in the room, so just who's here? Yeah,
look, all the big companies, OMD, Mitchell's, Starcom, Media Brands. We spoke to a couple of the buyers earlier on. Peter Horgan and Melissa Hay, welcome to Sky News Business. What did you think about the presentation tonight? What were the highlights?
Look, I think overall it just talked to depth and scale. I think Foxtel has really come of age. I think it's it's been a journey where they've been a great challenger for within the TV sector, and I think now you really sense the magnitude of their budgets, their ability to land premium content, and it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, they do seem to be spending a fair bit of money, don't they, Melissa?
They're spending a lot of money. I think that's the key, though, for them to be moving forward and maintaining their position is actually owning all that premium content, because that's what people are after and that's what people are willing to pay for to see.
We hear a lot about the golden age of television, and it was quite a long presentation, but when you get sort of assaulted with 90 minutes, you do realise that the depth and the variation. Was there anything missing, do you think? Were there any sort of parts of the content that you'd like to see more of?
I don't think so. You know, there's the challenge for Foxtel is twofold. I think they've got a lot of channels to fill, and they need to remain compelling as we approach the IP TV era, where the internet itself and the distribution of content straight from the originators is going to be the major threat for them. So they're gearing up for that world.
Yeah, it's a challenge ahead of you, I guess, next year, Melissa, isn't it? The whole multi-screen thing could really explode, couldn't it?
Well, it's meant to explode if everything goes right with the NBN, yes. I think Foxtel are in a really good place, though, to exploit that. What they talked about going and growing their 100,000 panel and being able to track their viewing across all their platforms is actually very key. They're a step ahead of all the other networks on that. I know the others will be chasing them, though, once the IPTV for them is up and running, or connected TV, as they're talking about.
I quite like how Foxtel get you to buy into the technology and all that sort of stuff. Do you think that's important for the audiences too, or do they just want the programs?
No, I think the technology and particularly the convenience of watching when they want and where they want is critical. I think, to be blunt, we've been slightly behind some of the other markets there, and again, as genuine competition comes in the form of pay-per-view through other distribution channels, they're fast-tracking that to, again, keep their subscription customers.
And Melissa, I thought of you when I saw that graphic about the Wentworth audiences. Used to just have to worry about one channel. They had something like 14 different opportunities to view.
That was the key for them. That's how they got that sort of number. It's very smart by them to run it across. They ran it across 3 or 4 channels on the first viewing, and then they had all the encore screenings. That was the way that they got all those numbers there, and I think you'll see more of that probably next year, plus all the other platforms, obviously, when they're screening it through Foxtel Go and Foxtel Play.
I was wondering where you were going there, James, when you said you thought of Mel when you saw Wentworth, but well recovered.
And I think just to finish on maybe, I get the feeling this is really the end of those sort of the dominance of those overnight figures. And next year, it's got to be more about the catch-up, the viewings on different platforms, stuff like that.
Yes, there needs to be a shelf life on that, though. You know, for advertisers, it's very important that you're able to deliver your message within a time frame.
At the Foxtel MCN Upfront event in Sydney, all the major media buyers are here as the subscription television giant unveils all of its major programming for 2014. Stick with us, we've got plenty more coming up after the break.